Fiberglass is a relatively new product on the market. There are some cons and pros. We'll start with the cons. The cons are they're like vinyl and aluminum. There are going to be fewer options than you would get with a wood window, but they've come a long way. They're not really easy to find. There's only a few companies out there that actually manufacture a fiberglass or a fiberglass-like product. Fiberglass is susceptible to UV light. It will break down over time. If you've ever owned a boat, like a fiberglass boat or a canoe, you know that when it's exposed to UV light, it tends to fade and it tends to get a little bit brittle. They're finger jointed in the corners, so they're glued and finger or butt jointed. So as far as structural stability, they're a strong product, but over the course of time with the UV breaking them down, they can have a tendency to, in those joints, get a little loose. They're a very rigid product as far as windows go. There's not a lot of flexibility in fiberglass, so you really want to find a licensed, certified installer. It's not a window that a homeowner can install themselves, so I really recommend you find a professional that can install a fiberglass window. And as far as costs are concerned, the cost of fiberglass is going to be considerably higher than all your other windows. It's one of the more expensive replacement windows. They're going to run 10 to 30% higher in cost over wood or vinyl. The pros are it's a very strong material, so just like vinyl and the way vinyls come, it's a very streamlined, thin framed product, so you're going to get more glass, you're going to get more light in your house. They're fairly low maintenance. There's not a lot of maintenance and upkeep. You're going to wash your windows, your glass like you normally do. You can just rinse off a fiberglass as far as maintaining its cleanliness. The warranties are pretty good in the market. They're going to be not as good as vinyl, much better than a wood window, but your average fiberglass window lifespan is around 20 years. You get sound insulation through fiberglass. It buffers sound. So if you live near railroad tracks or during busy intersections in the city, fiberglass is going to create a sound barrier. So they have really good sound insulation. And like I said, they've come a long way, so there are a lot of good options. You got a lot of wood grain options in the interior, and of course your color choices on the exterior. Budget is always important when you're talking to a customer. Fiberglass, it can sound like it's an upper end product, like it's going to bring a lot of added value to your home. What I always can tell customers is A, consider your budget, stay within your budget, but there are so many different products out there that are available. You want to look, what are you trying to accomplish? Energy efficiency, you want to maintain your budget. There are other products that are better, and that warranty, that lifetime warranty. At the end of the day, energy efficiency and a lifetime warranty. And to be honest, vinyl, in my opinion, with all that in mind, is going to be the best bang for the buck. When looking for a fiberglass window, you have to be careful and really look at the details. There are manufacturers out there that they claim it's a fiberglass window, but it's a product that's actually made of sawdust, like a composite, with a fiberglass outer shell. And remember, that's really a wood window that is covered in some kind of a fiberglass product. So you're not really truly getting a fiberglass window. So you really want to pay attention to the details from the manufacturer, exactly what you're purchasing.